Good afternoon. The President was briefed on the IG report earlier today, and it reaffirmed the President's suspicions about Comey's conduct and the political bias among some of the members of the FBI. Director Wray, as you know, will be holding a press conference later this afternoon, and we'd encourage you to tune in for specific questions.
Did the President have any reaction to this information when you spoke with him after he was briefed today?
Certainly, again, causes a great deal of concern, and I think points out the political bias that the President's been talking about, and that has been repeatedly mentioned from this administration, that we found to be a huge problem, and we're glad they're looking into it.
The President believes that the Inspector General's report was thorough. Several GOP lawmakers today have called for a second special counsel. Would the President support a developed inquiry into the Inspector General's report and into the further conduct of the FBI, or does this settle the matter for all time?
Certainly this creates a great deal of concern, and we're going to tune in to Director Wray's comments this afternoon, but certainly there are a lot of things in this report that not only worry those of us in the administration, but should worry a lot of Americans, that people played this political bias and injected that into a department that shouldn't have any of that. But they don't, and they've refused to come to the table and actually be part of a solution. The President has tweeted about this specifically earlier today. The foundation raised $18 million while giving $19 million to charity while virtually having zero expenses. The previous New York AG, who was forced to retire in disgrace, made its stated mission to use this matter to advance his own political gain, and the current acting New York AG has stated that battling the White House is the most important job she's ever done. That sounds outrageously biased and certainly problematic and very concerning.
Oppress its own citizens more brutally than North Korea. Why is he now downplaying North Korea's horrific atrocities?
The President hasn't downplayed. Like you said, the President has raised North Korea's human rights record and some of the abuses of the North Korean regime in a number of occasions. He also raised them at the summit that took place earlier this week, but the focus of the summit was denuclearization and peace on the peninsula, and that was the purpose of the President's conversation, and that was the focus of what took place there.
He said a lot of other people have done some really bad things. How is that not downplaying the atrocities?
Again, certainly that's a factual statement. A lot of people have done some bad things. However, the President hasn't ignored the bad things that have been done by the North Korean regime. He's directly called it out on a number of occasions, as you yourself mentioned, and he brought it up at the summit. And again, the purpose of the summit was to focus on denuclearization and looking towards that brighter future, and that was what the President was trying to do.
Sarah, can you tell us why the President saluted the North Koreans when he was over in Singapore?
It's a common courtesy when a military official from another government salutes that you return that.
Sarah, happy birthday to the President.